GGL number 8 going down here at the beautiful compound here in Inglewood, California. Once again, my name's Hollywood. Joined in the booth with my main man, my co-host Degon, and of course, the world-renowned professional.
Ooh, donut wearer.
Donut gang chain wearer. I be strafing. Welcome. Well, first of all, welcome to the GGL.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me. This has been a blast. Kind of embarrassed how we performed earlier. Starting to realize as I spend more time here, you guys are professionals at this Mutt Squads. You guys take this seriously, so it's kind of fun to watch and interact with GGL members and kind of pick their brains, see how to play squads better, because obviously it didn't go good for me and Rico earlier. So.
All right, so you bring up a great point, because obviously, guys, I don't want you to take the donut chain out of context. Although he did get a donut here at the GGL, Ivy Strafen is known for playing solos. He's used to playing by himself, not with a partner. However, here, a lot of the competitions end up being team-based competitions. What would you say is the biggest difference in strategy when it comes to playing on a team and doing duos versus what you're used to doing daily?
Yeah, so the guys they played for 2 years together. So they have their tendencies down, who covers which part of the field, things like that. Rico and I, we literally just played for the first time together, and you could tell we were out of sync. We didn't know how to work together. I'm used to okay, I can handle everything. You got to work with a partner, rely on them to be where they're not supposed to be. So it's hard, but it's fun. I get why people like Mutt Squads. And it's definitely different than just one-on-one. They're completely different games.
So. We weren't prepared. It moved at 90 miles an hour.
Yes.
And it was coming at you in 3D, and he was mean to me.
And this is coming from guys that are around Madden all the time. So when he's talking about the pace and the speed, what does that mean? It was coming just so much faster than what you're used to.
So one of the last times we had the ball, I see one of the guys blitzing off the edge.
He didn't give me the ball.
And I see the other user up by the line. And all of a sudden, that other user drops back, and I don't even notice because I'm looking at the one user. When you're playing one-on-one, you have one user to look at and read. When you're playing squads, you got to read this guy. Oh, he moved there. Oh, when you're looking away, he moved there. Then you got to look at your receivers.
He had
it's
a
a whole different thing.
Notice he never once said, look at my teammate.
I looked at
my teammate. He talked to me like I was a stranger off the street.
Well, to be fair, this was a different partnership.
Hey, it kind of was a stranger off the street.
And then wait.
When's the last time you played?
Stop.
When's the last time you played?
Stop. Here's the part that hurt.
2005.
After our terrible debacle of a loss, I looked at him and I said, you know what? I'm motivated. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna get these solos done, I'm gonna become a better player, we're gonna start laughing, and we're gonna come back here and we're gonna win. And he looked at me and he said, no, we're not. You need to just let it go. You passed your time.
The ship has sailed.
And I was crushed. I was absolutely crushed. The music had changed. I heard Rocky theme music.
Yeah.
We were ready to go. And then he turned.
Hey, to put it in context, Rico's played Madden at Madison Square Garden. He's played it at Times Square. He's been a champion back in his day, which is great, right? Back in his day. It was Madden 05, PS2 days. So he's been out of the he still commentates, he's been out of the game. I'm like, Rico, it's different now. He's like, oh man, I got stick skills. Don't worry.
He didn't want to give me the rock.
Yeah. So I give him the rock in the game, by the way. Thanks for bringing that up. And which way did you run? The opposite direction. He's washed up, the ship has sailed, he's done. He's done. I need a new partner. Sorry, buddy.
And this is the way he talked to me.
So Ivy Straven, are you saying not for your outside of the GGL career, but you're saying inside the GGL, you're currently looking for a new partner.
Correct.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm looking for free agents.
All
so
right, well,
hit me up.
I put out the call to Problem. Problem said Problem was going to come through, but Problem had he was a little sick, so he couldn't come through. So we got a few people that I'm sure we could link you up with.
Some big egos.
Maybe they could.
They talk about me like I'm down
donut
here.
chains too. Also,
man.
all right. So let me ask you guys before we. These guys are getting loaded in, getting ready for our second Final Four game. This will determine the last spot in the finals. What is the biggest surprise that you guys experienced once you got here? Kind of expectation versus reality of the GGL.
Okay, I'm gonna be 3,000% honest. I thought that he was gonna be good enough to still blow everybody out with me weighing him down. I'm just gonna be real. And we got debacle. These guys are great players. It's a whole nother mode, it's a whole other game.
Yeah.
We have a new respect for it. And I thought we were gonna build a team together and work to get over the hump. But no. It's all right, but I have my milk. and I'm drinking milk, and my Madden game's gonna get strong, and I'm gonna come back.
Real quick for me, I was stressed out because I'm like,
Pass it on, pass it.
What?
Pass me the ball.
I was sick because I was just because I knew he couldn't play with it. It'd be 2-on-1. I was like, this is gonna be tough to win. This is gonna be tough to win. You guys saw what happened, but I'm just really impressed by these guys.
Yo, I held him to 16 points. Let's be honest, Snoop. If I held him to 16 points, couldn't you give me 17 on offense? That's what I'm talking about. You see?
Like I
Where's
was,
the personal responsibility?
like I was saying.
I didn't throw those picks.
This is what the GGL creates.
Yes.
Ivy Strafin, I got to ask you a question, though, real quick before we get into this last game. I saw you had our shirt earlier, said Famous Nobody. What is that?
Famous Nobodies. Carmelo Anthony owns it. Christian, one of their owners, hooked us up, got us out here. I actually gave it away to a GGL member to wear, and he's gonna, I think, maybe frame it. He says he loves Famous Nobodies being a part of that. It's kind of what my life stands for. Like, I was just playing Madden in my parents' basement. Now I'm at Snoop Dogg's house playing Madden. Like, Famous Nobody because of a game. It's crazy.
Real quick, before we get into this last game, these guys are almost booted up. What have you got coming up? Where else can they watch you play? Like, I know there's a big tournament coming up with EA, right?
Yeah, so in a week and a half, I go to San Francisco to play for the Vikings Club Series. I won it the last 2 out of 3 years. I'm a big Vikings fan, so this one means a lot. They show me a lot of support, so I'm in the Final Four for that. If I win, I get to go play for $100K 2 weeks from that in San Francisco, where all the other 32 teams are. Last year I took second, stung a little bit, but so I'm trying to go for that first spot. So
You know we'll have underneath his shirt.
yeah,
We repping the GGL.
when I throw a pick, I'm just gonna bring it out and send it to remind me.
That's the motivation right there.
Figure it out.
Remember what happened here at the GGL.
The
Guys,
GGL humbled me.
The GGL humbled a pro.
That donut tasted like humble pie.
Rico Williams, Ivy Strafin, appreciate you guys coming out.
very much.
Gotta ask,
Appreciate
will we see you guys here at the GGL again?
Yes.
Of course, we'll be more prepared.
There you have it.
There you got it. Guys, we'll be back in just a few minutes with the Final Four game starring Elroy Denard Jetson and T-Dap versus Chevy Woods from Taylor Gang and Tecmo Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. GGL number 8, final matchup in the Final Four. Elroy Denard Jetson and T-Dap versus Chevy Woods and Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, this is a big matchup here. A lot of offensive power, big defensive prowess. You got the only guy left that has won a GGL against Dog in the tournament in the form of Tecmo Bowl here, strapping up on the defensive side and looking to try to prevent the offense. We don't know who's playing offense here for T-Dap and Dog now. Like earlier, in all previous iterations of duos, Dog has taken care of the defense, but it looks like, yeah, they switched back to it. In game number 1, it was Dog on offense. He hung 62 on him. Now back on the defensive set here in the semifinals.
But I think that's what you do. If you keep your opponent guessing, they don't really know what to prepare themselves for. It's like we saw Dog on offense, we see Dog on defense. It's like you don't know. You can't make a scouting report if every time I change the way I play.
Yeah, and we got to hear it from IB Straven earlier as well. You get so used to the style of defense someone plays, what side of the field they cover. So now by swapping it back and forth, everyone kind of knows the feel of how Dog plays defense, but you got to get used to how T-Dap plays offense, and they need to be ready to go right off the bat.
There's something just brilliant about a bracket like this, right? Because if you're playing offense and then you're playing defense, if you make your way to the final, you're not even playing somebody out of your side of the bracket anymore.
No.
So they have no idea what they're prepared for because they had a totally different road to meet you there in the finals. And then that's where, the pavement hits the road.
Yeah,
and the rubber meets the road.
And the pavement hits the road. And even beyond that, you touch on it all the time, all these guys play each other all the time. So you've got these built-in rivalries, these built-in tendencies that you're so used to seeing that get changed up a little bit in 2v2. So early on, Tecmo Bowl, Chevy Woods controlling the offense. They're the 49ers. Opposite side, Dog and T-Dap, the returning 2v2 champions, trying to hold it down.
You gotta wonder what kind of pressure is that. Like, hey, you are Dog is still undefeated in singles. He's undefeated in duos. Unfortunately, went down in the trio.
Yeah.
He went down to the trio.
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
a big gash.
That's a big dash through a big hole.
Yeah. So big gain. Nice little way to open up the offense here. And Chevy Woods just keeping it on the ground right now, establishing that run game. So Taylor Gang already represented in half of the finals, trying to get their other partner in there in the form of Chevy Woods.
That's got to be a lot of pressure, though. Like, if you're Chevy Woods, you represent Taylor Gang. Your other two teammates, they already made their way to the finals. They sealed their ticket. They're there waiting for you, and they would love to see a full Taylor Gang final in the GGL.
Oh, no, broken
Chevy
tackle.
Woods, big broken tackle.
Can he wiggle away?
Gonna get, down to the 5-yard line, though. A huge pickup there.
And it's been all run game. It's all straightforward there. 76 total yards, all 76 on the ground. And it's not like there was any crazy broken tackles there or any crazy holes opening up. Just easy running. There it is. Saquon getting chunked, though. Every rush that Saquon has ran, not so good. 2 rushes, 2 yards. On the opposite side, when it's been Todd Gurley, he's been able to break some tackles.
Taylor Gang would love to get on the board first. Got down to about the 4 and then brought down. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Saw a huge run to really open things up, and then, very much getting stuffed here at, in the red zone.
Yeah. Snoop's defense finally starting to stiffen up here. There it is. The bend, don't break mentality. He's going to try to do it here. Oh, Melvin Gordon used a juke, but gets drilled backwards.
It's just they're so aware of what's going on and all sides of the ball, both sides of the field, and right here, you hate to settle for 3 so deep.
Yeah.
So deep.
Yep, but
It's real deep.
a deep 3, still just 3 though. So
Yeah, it's only 3.
you could talk it up.
Usually not enough to get that done.
Deep 3's not 6, just still 3.
And 6 is not 12.
Yeah. Well, most people don't get 12, so it's usually 3 or 6. Touchdown, field goal.
In the GGL, I think that's probably a little higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of blowouts here.
Yeah. But for now, anytime you're able to score on Snoop's defense in the opening drive, always a good thing.
Okay.
So, good start there by Chevy Woods.
Hey, you know what? You're right. You know what? You're not in the donut shop.
Yeah.
So unlike, IB Strafen, potentially the only member of the GGL that'll be, receiving a donut chain today.
This is true. Which
Rico received actual donuts.
It could be in the finals.
It's possible.
Right?
It's possible. I would be shocked, given the teams that we have left. Like, we know that Chevy Woods is, vying for a spot, right?
Right.
But we got Ludi, we got Hittemain. We've seen what they can do on offense. That's almost guaranteed. Like, that they're going to get something on the board. The matter is how much.
Yeah.
And then out of this game, we got Snoop and T-Dap, and then on the other side of that, we got Chevy Woods and Tecmo Bowl. You pretty much can guarantee, even if it's not the highest scoring game, it was an anomaly the one time Dog was given a donut.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
I can't see that happening in back-to-back GGL events.
Yeah, but right here, offense stalling out. T-Dap not able to get things going on their first drive. 4th and 8 on the 11th. I think you got to punt on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to punt it away because you can't afford to give up that kind of field position this early on.
Yeah. So, nice defense there. I think I'm ready to crown Tecmo Bowl one of the best defenders, if not the best defensive coordinator here in our tournament 2v2s.
Okay.
In mud.
All right. That's a bold statement.
It is a bold statement.
But, so far, so good. Sounds like we got JC there in the studio. If you guys aren't familiar with JC, just know the one thing you need to know about JC is he's got B-A-R's. Bars.
JC has bars, but he doesn't have wins.
No, he doesn't.
Hasn't won too many times.
Yeah, he doesn't have any tournament wins. No,
Yeah.
no, that's not a thing. He's never gone home with the hardware. He has gone home, though, multiple times.
But he stuck around this time after taking the L twice.
Yeah.
But right now we're trying to determine who's taking the L on this one right now. Early on, Chevy Woods playing it slow, establishing the run game, and things have been going well with Todd Gurley.
All right, so let me ask you this. If you're Chevy Woods, if you're Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
You're playing against Dog. You're playing against TDAP. You're playing against the former 2-on-2 champions. Right now, you find yourself with possession of the ball, 2nd and 9 situation, but you're already up 3.
Yeah.
Are you thinking, hey, score early, score often, score as much as possible, or are you just like, hey, we can kind of baby this thing right now, like because we haven't seen the offensive production from an offensive powerhouse.
Oh my God. I think you just stick to your game. So if that means if it's just playing slow, you do that. But right now the run game is just working. Just stick with the run, and because that always seems like it's a conservative call, but right now it's working. Snoop's gonna have to change things up here. Needs to start playing a different type of defense, not only blitzing but can stuff this run against Todd Gurley.
1st and 10 situation. Oh, big hurdle there.
Melvin Gordon to the end zone.
Chevy Woods taking it in. All right.
That's 2 possessions.
That's a 2-possession game early on, 2nd quarter, still, 4 minutes, 55 seconds remaining. But at a certain point now, you got to wonder, should Dog have switched off of defense? No?
I think it's a big question. Big question right now. Again, a lot of success, 62 points on offense, but now that they flipped, seems like both teams might be running a little bit slower right now.
Yeah, he said he was hungry, but now, right now, Chevy Woods is the one eating.
He's eating a lot. Oh, well, yeah, able to get it off the bounce. Oh, bounces one outside.
Tyreek
Hill. Tyreek Hill.
That's a huge run back and across the 50.
Yeah, very important to get that stop there, but big ups, big ups there on a nice return. We've been questioning, like, hey, look, what's going on? Why aren't we bouncing back? Why haven't we seen Dog be able to get the yards that we're used to seeing? And now getting it on special teams, kick things off, and then that run to the outside is not there.
Yeah, that's a big loss there. Like, you don't want to find yourself 2nd and 18. So after a strong first, nice pickup, you're going to lose 8?
Yeah, running the outside not there, and it's tough right now. We talk a lot about trust. Do you trust your teammate? And I think Dog's always been one to trust his teammates. I do my job, you do yours, we'll get it right. He's talked about it in post-game interviews when he's holding the championship. But right now, you're kind of questioning TDAP. Haven't had things going forward on offense a little while, and, 2nd quarter is starting to wane down.
I actually really like this play call here. Gives you a lot of options. Big's gonna.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
couldn't bring it in though. Wow.
Yeah, the throw is a little high, so you have to aggressive catch that one. You can't possession catch that one.
But he still manages to off the fumble. Look at that.
Yeah, I didn't even see the bobble catch. That's insane.
That's I mean, the Madden gods were smiling down upon that play.
We've seen a couple of those today. We've seen a lot of that, though. That's mostly what we've seen.
Yeah.
4 rushes, -8 yards.
Seeing just a lot of people getting stuffed. Like, double stuff, single stuff,
Stuffed.
At one point, I think we saw 4-on-1 action. Like,
those are usually the biggest stuffs.
yeah, I mean, it's really just bringing the GGL, the Gangsta Gaming League, just bringing gangbang into a new level.
Yeah. Gang tackling. Right. Here we go. Ooh, that was kind of scary. Little dive forward, but he didn't slide. When you dive forward like that, very easy for the ball to pop out.
Yeah, you know what? Sliding can be so key, but sometimes you got to pick up yards. And now 3rd and 4, you would love to get a first down here. I mean, I think just for the morale's sake.
Yeah. I think you want to get the touchdown here.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely. Get the touchdown here. Either way, you're happy to take the points.
What you don't want to do is get sacked.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to do.
That's good coverage. Good coverage. You don't throw a pick, so that's fine. You take yourself to 3 points, cut it back down to a 1-possession game.
Okay.
Oh, that's in, right?
It should be. Oh!
Oh, no!
Elroy Denard Jetson still sitting in the donut shop.
And TDAP.
Yeah,
he's done a lot of waiting. A lot of kind of pacing around, watching other teams start to fail. It's usually this point here.
That face says it all.
Dang.
That face says it all. That's serious Snoop Dogg.
Yes, it is. He's locked in, he's focused. And right there, oh no. Chevy Woods. Chevy Woods
got a point to prove. He said, "Hey man, I'm tired of the Taylor gang coming here and just having some lunch and going home." He said, "I want to go home with hardware." So,
And he's making sure that everything in his power is being done to make sure that happens.
I mean, we're also seeing just a totally different focus out of the guys from Taylor gang.
Oh, another one.
I mean,
Saquon.
Chevy Woods taking it to the house. Not often do you see Elroy down. Not often do you see Elroy down by 16.
Yeah, not one possession, not 2 possessions.
Yeah.
After this extra point.
Yeah, this is going to be a 3-possession game in the first half. Usually, that score is flipped going the other way.
Yeah. Dog and T-Dap, the returning champs in 2v2, they're going to have to dig deep here, find some resilience because
You know what I blame?
it's tough.
We haven't seen Yeehaw since the beginning of the broadcast. I think that was it. He didn't have his mascot.
No yeehaw since the very beginning. Possible. Saw a nice return earlier. Can they get something else here?
Oh,
Ooh.
just taking to the 25. So
Safety Calvin Johnson. 4-1-2 stand up. Jay Green representing for everybody out there. But T-God, he's going to try to say something different here.
I like
Going with a
that.
run,
I like
going
that a
with
lot,
sweep.
actually.
Oh, no stiff arm. Big tackle from the side.
Hey, but a great pickup.
Yes. That's the first time we've seen positive yards from run and play. Big little momentum change there. 2-minute warning. 2-minute drill. And so right here, it's got to get it down the field.
You know what, Degon? You say I always call it too early. Here's the thing. Look at Vic on the keeper. Going to pick up the first down. Going to slide. Not going to take the hit. No risk of a fumble there.
Yeah.
Right? So we've seen how quickly the offense can produce points and how many they can produce quickly. So it's like, unlike with other games where it's like, 17-0, second quarter going in the second half.
Yeah.
Insurmountable.
Yeah.
We've seen these guys get 40 points in a single quarter. So they're not out of it yet.
Yeah, this is true. Oh, nice roll out there. Almost picked off. Is that catch?
Yeah, that's a catch. He brought it down.
Bo Jackson just snatching that out of the air.
I mean, throwing it on the run, throwing cross body. I mean, it almost is, if you could do anything else wrong there, I'm like, it would be impossible.
Yeah,
but somehow able to get the throw there.
It's Michael Vick.
It's Michael Vick.
That was interesting. A lot of time just rolled off the clock, and then a timeout called about 20 seconds after they had run off. I think it was they caught around 54. So, again, it's kind of been a theme throughout this tournament. Questionable clock management here. Again, and you want to cut it to 2 possessions, right? Touchdown helps, but just like last time, kick the field goal, get it in.
Yeah, you want to get in the end zone here.
No!
That's not, when I said get in the end zone, I didn't mean like that.
Yeah, it's the touchback, and T-Dap standing up.
This is a different squad coming out of the other side. Like, we haven't seen Chevy Woods play like this in all his appearances at the GGL. And I feel like Tecmo is like, hey, I got a point to prove. He's like, Tecmo's coming off the win in GGL 7.
Yeah.
He did it with 2 other teammates. Now only 1 other teammate.
Yeah.
He's saying, hey, I can go back-to-back titles. But before he does that, he's got to get through Elroy.
Yeah, and they're right there over there on the microphones on the headset. T-Dap asking, hey, did you click on? Like, why did he stop running? And I think that might be a little bit of revisionist history. When I look back at that play, it looked like he just overthrew him. So T-Dap a little bit out of sorts right now as, again, they're going to go into halftime down 3 possessions. That's a lot of points. T-Dap bounce back. Snoop said, hey, second half, we'll bounce back, but again, big change here.
I mean, it's huge. They're starting off with possessions. That's good. They need to score on this first drive, but you got to really wonder what's going through the mind of Chevy Woods. Like, Chevy Woods finds himself ahead.
Yeah.
17-0, second half. You know that Snoop has the propensity to score quickly and easily, so you can't get comfortable. You can't let your foot off the gas at all. You really got to keep that thing buried and hope that, the clock runs out with you ahead.
Yes, but I think it's one of those things where their whole offense has been based off of the run. It's just been the run. Keep running. They have not found an answer for the run. Don't get away from your game plan. I think that's one of the worst things you could do.
Vic with all kinds of time.
Oh, it's a big windup when they're that deep, and unfortunately gets sacked pretty far back in the backfield. 9-yard loss.
2nd and 19. Just not seeing the offensive production like we saw in the last game with these two.
Yeah. Not quite the same as.
T-Dap dropping back.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, Vic, you got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't seen the safety yet today, but that got darn close.
Yeah, T-Tap is, they say defense win championships, but you can't win games if you can't score points right now.
This is true, All
And
the
when
defense
it's-
in the world doesn't help you.
And when it's all run game, there aren't as many opportunities for turnovers that we're so used to seeing. Bad interceptions. So 3 plays, 3 passes. Let's see what they do on this third play. Nice job getting the block in. Oh, it's triple covered. Look, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's rough. It's going to be rough to bring that down. Find yourself 4th and 19. Do you punt? Can you afford to punt away here?
It's 4th and 19. You got to punt. You got to punt and rest on this defense, hoping that they can stop the run. That's what you got to do.
Chevy Woods, he's going to run that one.
Able to
big
spin
spin,
away.
Big lead block, going to pick up an extra 7, 8 yards.
Yeah, a nice job there, not calling the fair catch, able to moderately work his way down the field, and that was like 16, more like 17 yards there. Big stuff, and just not used to seeing this out of a Snoop-led team right now. But T-Dap and Snoop on the ropes, already a 3-possession game with Tecmo Bowl and Chevy Woods getting back to work. Heavy dose of the run game.
Yeah, you know what, that run game is going to do great things. Going to chew the clock, going to leave your opponent with way less time to start coming back. I mean, it's really going to force you to start making mistakes. Having to go to the air opens up potential for interceptions. And really, Chevy Woods doesn't have to change anything about his game.
Yep. I mean, there it is. That's the first time we've seen Melvin Gordon get stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. He loses his X factor, which is basically you juke at least one person out every time you run. So now 3rd down. Nice user juke, but again, short. And so finally we get to see the first time where the run game gets shut down against Chevy Woods.
Is this the shift in momentum here? We see a stop. We see them having to punt away for the first time. Not terrible field position.
Yeah, that wasn't the greatest punt. You would have gotten more yards out of a touchback. I think, again, you're trying to pin him down. You lower the amount of power that you're hitting it. You angle it too hard. Either way, another opportunity for T-Dap to get himself going, right? You need points. You got to get something going here. It's been so many passing plays, 3 passing plays in a row. They've gone away from the run. Here we go, back to it on the first play, and it's just run into a wall of defenders on the outside.
Again, I got to go back to what I brought up before. I mean, it seems like every time that we've seen a team take a massive lead and get lots of points, it's almost like the lack of defense that they were exposed to in the previous game has really handicapped them in the next game that they played.
Yeah, and it's a trend, right? You find these blowouts and you get a little comfortable, but Snoop always talks about it. Really good at resetting. In this case, just hasn't been able to. And up to the corner. Oh! Backing off was Ed Reed. Another interception for T-Dap.
Yeah. All right. Let's deal with real-world possibilities right now. If they score here, is it over?
If they score a touchdown.
Yes.
And no, because it'd still be 2 possessions. Unless they went for 2. So I think, again, the goal's the same.
No, if they get a touchdown, it's 3 possessions.
I mean, it's still 3 possessions. It's 3 possessions right now. It doesn't change anything, right? I think the biggest pain point out of all this is that the clock is going away. They're running out of time. This run game is still making waves, and there just hasn't been too many answers. You got to stop on that last one, and then T-Dap throws a pick. There's an open receiver on the underneath pass, and again, we talk about quarterbacks in our league. Once they start falling behind, they feel the pressure. We saw the same thing happen to Big Face earlier. Big Face was able to tear it up when he had no pressure. All of a sudden, throw some pressure on there. He lost 42 points. How many interceptions? Same thing right now for T-Dap. 3 interceptions in this game, and just not used to seeing that from him.
I take it back. We've been, we focus so much on Vic and Luck. But right now, Chevy Woods, these guys making it happen with Young. Like you said, a very early pick in the early stages of Madden 20.
Yep.
And then a lot of people kind of moved on, and they either moved on to Vic or they moved on to Luck. But no, Chevy Woods showing, hey, you can still get it done with Young.
Yeah, Steve Young getting it done, and you're able to spend more of your coins, more of your money, prioritize on getting Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's just been tearing it up right now for Chevy Woods. The run game has been the game, all game. Here we go to the outside. It's one-on-one. Will not be able to cut to the outside, so another stop here for Dog. It'll be a field goal attempt to put it to 20 points, but the damage has been done. A lot of time rolling off that clock.
I mean, you're talking 4.5 minutes left, down by 3 full possessions. Now, we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. We've seen Dog rattle off almost 40 points in a quarter, but now, you've already dug into a lot of that time in this quarter.
Yep. Still doable. You're going to need some help. You're going to need a defensive stop at some point. But it all starts with that first touchdown. Nice little sidestep. Get yourself an extra 3 yards. But again, D-Dap needs to get it going. 3 interceptions. That's why they're down by 3 scores right now.
So the look of focus on Elroy's face, we're just looking for that moment, moment that breaks this whole game open.
Yeah.
The ray of sunshine, the sunshine.
I mean, it just looks a little different. We've seen him motivated before. I was like, T-Dap.
Oh, you got to let that go.
Yeah, you can see it. This is a different type of quiet from Dog. We're so used to seeing him quiet, focus, get back to work, dig deep. This one just looks like, I'm doing my job.
You mean I'm not going to call it early, but we've seen what happens when the
You're so used to calling it early.
When Dog's fate has relied on someone else running the offense.
Oh
no. History has not boded well in that situation.
No, it's not. T-Dap back foot. Thankfully, the defender went for a swat instead of a catch. Look at this, one hand. He's not trying to one-hand catch that. And again, T-Dap just frazzled right now. Frazzled is the best word for it. Yeah, Dread Central saying it right there in the chat.
Oh, they're
hate to see it.
Man, you hate to see it.
Hate to
not
see
often that you see Elroy on Donut Watch, but this could potentially be back-to-back GGL events where Elroy Denard Jetson could be put in the donut shop.
Yeah, and just this Clowney being a spy. Nice
you
gotta
get that away.
Throws it across body to
Not
nobody.
Like that.
Oh,
you can't do that though.
I don't understand.
Oh, I mean that's Brian Urlacher.
I don't understand. I wasn't even close. That's the 4th pick of the day. He's had more completions the other team to his own team.
Wow. Well, I mean, what you're saying is true though.
It's tough. Tough to see, and here we go. More heavy dosage of the run game. Saquon Barkley and Melvin Gordon going right at it.
They literally haven't changed the entire game. They said, hey, you know what? If you can't stop the run, we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, and if you're going to keep throwing picks for us, more than happy to do so.
Oh, it's a good juke. Almost picked up the first there.
Go back to another no huddle. 3rd down. They've gotten 2 stops on 3rd down in a row. And again, field goal here. Still a 3-possession game, but you're running out of time. Out to the outside. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a good lead block.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Getting brought down. It's almost like even bringing him down there, that almost hurts more. Because, the odds of him getting the playoff, no. He's going to let the 2-minute warning come, right?
Yeah.
So now 2-minute warning, and it's a 1st and goal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, you're basically out of time at this point, and I think.
I mean, you're playing for pride. You literally are playing to strip the ball, get downfield, get a field goal, so that you don't end up in the donut shop.
Yeah. Yeah, you could play for the donut shop. I think, here in the semifinals, you're so close to it. You keep fighting for touchdowns. You keep trying to get stops, and you're seeing the clock roll right here. Decision not to call a timeout. And, but right now, Dog's doing his job. But there we go, cut up field.
More and more time going to tick off the clock. They're going to look to run this one in. 3rd and goal situation. They got nothing but time on their hands.
Yeah, you got to get this stop here. Got to get this stop. If you're Dog Squad, there's a pitch to the outside. That one's actually going to get snuffed out. Maybe you call a timeout here.
Nah. I was like 4th and goal situation. All right, so here's what you're going to do. Chevy Woods, he's going to kick a field goal, all right? He's just going to kick off the Dog. you're going to get a shot at what, 3 bombs downfield? 3 good bombs downfield to try to get out of the donut shop?
No, they're actually going to go for it here. 4th and goal. Again, I think they realize same type of thing, right? Kick a field goal here. It's still a 3-possession game. You score the touchdown. That's big ups. So here we go.
You hear the communication there between Chevy. Oh. You know, just a little Superman. Shout out to Soldier Boy. You know, he was showing us his dance moves.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to swap to the run-pass option instead. Did give the handoff, then dove, so ball back. You get the stop. Only 30 seconds, though.
30 seconds. Can you score?
Yeah, anything here. Donut shop is still open.
T-Dap's going to go deep.
Why? There it is.
Okay, there you go.
There
Chip away at it. Get out of bounds. Stop the clock.
Oh, they didn't give it to him. He went out of bounds.
Oh, that hurts.
You can see it.
That hurts. You hate to see it.
Again, can't throw to Y. Ooh,
Is that again?
out of bounds.
Yeah. 3rd and 10. So now 20 seconds left. 3rd and 10. I mean, it's almost so many yards to get a field goal at this point. D-God, at what point do you throw up the Hail Mary and hope for the best?
Next play.
At 4th and 10?
Yeah, 4th and 10, that's what it is. Here, get yourself the first down. You still got timeouts. Nice A and B on top of each other. Wide open. Oh, and it's a one-handed grab.
They said no donut shop for us.
All right. Donut shop has been closed. Click. Key thrown away. So again, donut it.
You can cancel those donuts.
I'm gonna let you hang on a little secret here, okay? You know me and Chevy are brothers.
Yeah.
I'm about to go against Big Brother.
Oh,
You know how those fights are.
we're gonna have to talk about this as soon as this one's over.
You understand me?
All right, we saw the unsuccessul onside kick.
Did you get it?
Oh, wait. Okay. I mean,
Got it. No time ran out.
It's 10 seconds though.
They've got to score on a Hail Mary
You have
here.
to score on a Hail. Wait, there's not enough time. It's mathematically impossible.
No. You can score on a Hail Mary here.
They can't run downfield far enough
Yeah, you
in
can.
10 seconds.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
If you run a 40 in like 4.5.
So you're assuming they have the 99 speed rating.
You run a 4.5 is 99. That's like 4.2. Why? You got to throw Y. Throw Y. Throw Y. Throw Y.
Okay. And 2 seconds of travel in the air.
I don't even know where the ball was. See, if we would have caught it with that 1 second for the onside kick, it was possible.
So but then you would need an onside kick.
Yeah, and then do it again.
No, you need the onside kick, and then what?
And then do it again. Throw another Hail Mary. I mean, it hit him in the hands. That was close.
Yeah.
More
And
of the
just
same.
like that, that's actually going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be no back-to-back title for T-Dap and Elroy, but they are able to get out of the donut shop.
Yeah, and what I think one of the amazing things here is, again, not seeing Dog be able to defend, and it's not some of the big names, these new members. It's a lot of the old guard just getting better and moving on and getting bigger. And now the big story is going to be Taylor Gang coming in, one side and the other side.
I mean,
it's big. It's big.
That's the big news there.
Yeah.
So guys, just to set the stage for you, Taylor Gang has been here since the invite was made. GGL won.
Yeah.
The call out was made. Taylor Gang was challenged. Taylor Gang answered that challenge. Since GGL number 2, Taylor Gang has been here, and Taylor Gang has never made it to a finals in GGL history. Never happened.
Yeah.
And then today, not only did the team of Hidemain and Ludi seal their ticket and go to the finals in one side of the bracket, but on the other side, we just had Chevy Woods and Tecmo Bowl knock off Elroy and T-Dap.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see it right there.
So we're seeing an all Taylor Gang final in GGL number 8. Oh,
Look at that.
Oh, the disrespect. Chevy Woods coming to the booth holding yeehaw.
Yeehaw said he want to go to the crib with me, man.
Said yeehaw's a traitor.
The new one, you jackass.
All right, so before we hand this out, I gotta ask you. So, T-Dap, of course, you were the defending champion. You guys unfortunately came up just short today. What do you think the key to victory for the other side was?
I guess it's just a repetition. You played me a lot, so he knew my offense pretty much, but that's no excuse for why it wasn't executed. He just played good football out there today.
Yeah, I mean, what were you seeing? Obviously, you didn't have a day either passing or throwing, but what was it specifically that was stopping you?
Just the audibles. He knew what audibles and how to do them against me, basically. So that's all I really saw. Nothing different. Just wasn't a good day out there.
All right, and so we got two major storylines that are part of this GGL finale that you guys may not realize. First storyline, of course, in GGL number 7.
Yep.
We had 3v3, and Elroy, the team of Elroy, Waniac, and Dan Rue was knocked off by Eric V, Young Sag, and Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl finds himself in the finals yet again.
Yeah.
So Tecmo Bowl has a shot to be the second person in GGL history to have back-to-back titles. And if that storyline wasn't enough, what do we have? We have the entire Taylor gang that made it to the finals of GGL 8. Now, if that wasn't enough, and you say, well, all right, the whole Taylor gang made it there, all you may not know that my man back here, we got a little sibling rivalry between Ludi
And
Chevy Woods. So, you know, the civil rivalry. So I got to wonder, Chevy Woods, how long have you two been battling it out, and who has the better overall record?
Me and Ludi?
Yeah.
It's about even. I might got a couple games up on them, but we've been playing since we was kids, man, like 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah. I think I ain't even going to say that. I'm going to let him live. Yeah.
But not say anything, you basically saying something.
Yeah. You get the picture.
All right, so I gotta know, how does it feel right now to know that no matter who wins, someone from Taylor Gang is gonna walk away with GGL number 8. That means finally one of these trophies is gonna be in possession of the Taylor Gang. How's that feel for you?
That's what we wanted. We was in the studio the other night with Wiz. He was like, man, y'all be getting scraped when y'all go out there. I'm like, not this time, bro. We gonna walk away with something. So that's what we here for. We going to the studio after we leave here. We taking the trophy back. Somebody, you feel me?
So, and that final connection, you know, Tecmo, we were talking earlier. I don't think everyone realizes the connection that you guys had. Saying Chevy Woods, Tecmo Bowl. How long have you guys known each other?
Man, on the game, like 10 years. And we met at the GGL for the first time last time. Never seen each other or nothing, just played for 10 years straight.
These guys have been playing for 10 years online and met for the first time in person at the GGL.
Yeah, and it led to the anguish that you see right there. I mean, Dog's feeling it. He's feeling it right in his heart.
I mean, that one hurts. But you know what, Dog says it all the time himself. He says anyone can beat anyone on any day. These guys are actually very evenly matched throughout the entire GGL. And sometimes, you know, every dog has his day. Unfortunately for Snoop, it wasn't his.
Oh, not Dog's day today, T-Dap. A good effort there. Congrats making it to the semifinals. You'll be able to walk away with your nice prize as well.
So making it to the Final Four. We got those Final Four envelopes, T-Dap. Making it to the Final Four. Nicely done. Tecmo, Chevy Woods.
We can dig it.
We'll hold on to Snoop Dogg until we get Snoop Dogg in the move. He needs a minute.
Yeah.
So he needs a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, this is GGL number 8. The next matchup that you see will be your finals. The finals of Chevy Woods.
Yeah.
With
Tecmo
Bowl versus
Hitterman and Ludi.
It's going down. GGL number 8 live from the compound here in Inglewood, California. We'll be back right after this.
Damn! I need an apple to bite.
I got a whole box of them right here, but no, you go, man.
My nerves is bad, man.
Behind the scenes of GGL.
That hurts. That hurts. I don't mind losing, but that shit hurts. That one hurts.
I mean, really hurt.
You know, sometimes
it all boils down
to the fact that we really didn't know each other after all.
I know things change. People change, but this hurts.
Uncle Snoop, I'm about to head out.
It really hurts.
You gone?
Yes, sir. I wanted to say peace out to you.
Man, D-Smoke, they tapped me up, man. I couldn't win like you, man. I took a L, man.
Well, I thought you won that game.
Oh, we took a L, man. I take my L's like I take my W's with my head up high, but I just gotta get that emotion out. Ah! damn. All right, I'm good now. What y'all got for me?
Man, something feel better.
You looking out?
Yes, that's what's up in there.
Oh, some gelato?
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
You smoke, you done for the night?
Yeah, we done for the night. We did something special in here.
You left it in there so I can get my ear on it?
It's a bounce on the computer. I would
Yeah, I ain't gonna mean no harm. I'm just gonna want to buy about you a late night on it, 2, 3 in the morning.
yeah, press play on it. It's in there.
Okay, good looking out.
Hey, now, Roy, you still a champ, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell him don't get it fucked up. You still a champ. All of it.
You wanna flick up one time?
When we at what? Who got the camera?